installing Oracle database on a Linux server from a Windows XP box. I could do it locally on the Linux box, but then I wouldn't be able to show you on my Windows server how I'm doing it. Simple thing you do. You have a shortcut to PuTTY, you open that, you log in as root, you have a shell open on your Windows XP box in DOS, then you have to open what I told you about earlier is called the Xmin terminal emulator. It allows the terminal output to be duplicated or emulated from the Linux box to the Windows XP box. I'm going to launch it. It's actually quite a simple process once you know how. Logged in as root, I'm going to type xhost plus. What it tells you is clients can connect from any host. In other words, Linux can connect to my XP box and redirect its screen output to this Windows XP box. Now I'm going to log in as Oracle. I'm going to go into the installation directory, into the database directory, and didn't like that because I didn't type it properly. And here we have these files. And now I'm going to find the IP address of my local XP box 101.241.0.6. Export. There is a value or a variable inside the profile for the Linux Oracle login called display. Currently it's set to the IP address of this box. I don't want the terminal to emulate to the Linux box. I want it to emulate directly to my Windows XP box, so I can do the installation from here. So this allows you to do a remote installation. Now I'm going to say run installer, and it's running, and it could take a while to bring it up. Doesn't take too long. This is a fairly intuitive, simple process. I can run the installer silently in the background. It's kind of complicated. It's not really going to show you what it's doing when it installs. I can use another terminal emulator called VNC Server, which I think is owned by AT&T, so it's probably proprietary. Do I wish to make? Yes, I don't want to know about that. I'm not going to create a database. I'm just going to install the software. Click Next again. I do not want to work with real application clusters, Oracle RAC at the moment. Just a single instance database. Click Next. I speak English, and I'm going to set up the Enterprise Edition. I can select different options. In reality, I don't need OLAP, I don't need data mining or real application testing. I like partitioning, don't really need it, but I'll keep it there. I'm just trying to make the installation run a little bit faster by making it smaller. The Standard Edition and Standard Edition 1 are less complex but also less capable editions of Oracle. Click Next. This is my Oracle base directory, as you saw for the client, and this is the base directory with the path to this specific binary installation. Click Next again. And as you can see, oinstall is the group name. If you remember, we called the directory oinstall, as well as, here's the name of the directory in Linux, .oinstall, and there's the group. In fact, if you want to see the name of the directory, go up. There you see, in fact, you'd have to go up twice. Oinstall. Okay, so now we're in this directory here. We're running the installer. And I'm just going to click Next there. DB8 Opera sysdba allows you to start and stop the database. We'll probably see that later on. And now it's doing performance checks. And it does give me a few issues. What it's telling me is that my kernel parameters are set up incorrectly. As far as I know, I have kernel parameter settings for Oracle 11.1. This is 11.2. So I'm simply going to go back into root, and I'm going to change those values. Or I'm just going to add them onto the end. Netcore WMEMX is in there. Comment that out. FS file I'm pretty sure is not in there. This is in here. Generally what happens with these configuration files is production people are very careful changing them, so they'll generally comment things out rather than delete them. FSAIO max and FS max, as far as I know, are not defined in here at all. I can go to the top of the file, search for FS dot, and I don't find it. Okay.